Hi everyone, it's Jessica from the Flagler County Public Library. As you know, I am the Youth Services Librarian, and welcome to our first Let's Talk Books video. So grab a cup of your favorite hot something and get comfy because we're going to talk about books. So every video is going to have a theme and provide different recommendations for different age levels. So today's book theme is poetry. As you know or may not know, April is National Poetry Month, and how better to celebrate than by reading some poetry. We have some selections for each age group in our library that are available in both print and online. So our first book from the children's collection is Our Big Home, an Earth Poem by Linda Glaser, and the art is by Elisa Clevin. It's a beautiful picture book that promotes awareness and care for our environment. It encourages young children to respect our world and the other living beings alongside us, and that it's a shared home, which is a beautiful message, I think, especially for, we just had Earth Day this past week. So I think that's really great to send that out and show the little kids. So our next selection is a classic. It doesn't really need an introduction. It's Shel Silverstein's Where the Sidewalk Ends, and it's filled with, as you may know, timeless poems and drawings, that are beloved by any age and many generations. We have multiple copies at the library, or you can rent it from Hoopla. So next from our young adult collection, we have a book that I personally really enjoy. It's called Solo by Kwame Alexander, written with Mary Rand Hess. And what's really neat about this book is that it's written through verse, text messages, and song lyrics. So I think it's really cool how they use multiple writing forms to write a novel. And so this novel is kind of like a coming of age story. It's about a young man named Blade Morrison who is on a journey of self-discovery. His father is a washed up rock and roll star, and he has a missing mother out of his life, and there's a lot of personal drama in Blade's life that comes to a head in this book, in which he sets out on his own literal journey to figure out what's going on. And what's really cool about this is that we have it in print and audio through Cloud Library, Hoopla, as well as in the library. And I highly recommend the audiobook so you can actually hear how the verse is meant to be spoken. So I feel that way similarly about our next read as well. I highly recommend the audio to actually hear how the author intended for the verse to be written. So this is also written in free verse, as I've said. It's called The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo. It's another coming of age story about an Afro-Latinx teenager girl named Xiomara, and she creates slam poetry to explore her struggles with identity, relationships, school issues, family issues, and it's a debut novel from this author that was published in 2018. It was a National Book Award winner, and it also received many other accolades for young adult literature, and like Solo, it's available on multiple platforms. Finally, we have two final recommendations from our adult collections. The Absolute Trust in the Goodness of the Earth is a collection of poems by Alice Walker, who, as you may know, is most famous for being the author of The Color Purple. And from The Dust Jacket, it reads that with profound artistry, Walker searches for, discovers, and declares the fundamental beauty of existence, as she explores what it means to live life fully, to learn from it, and to grow both as an individual and as a part of a greater spiritual community. And I think that is a beautiful sentiment, especially to read in these times when you may need something uplifting to lift your spirit. And our next book is kind of a departure from classical poetry. It's very modern. It's called The Princess Saves Herself in this one by Amanda Lovelace. And from hoopladigital.com, they say it's a poetry collection in 4 parts: The Princess, The Damsel, The Queen, and You. So the first 3 sections piece together the life of the author, while the final section serves as a note to the reader. This moving book explores love, loss, grief, healing, empowerment, and inspiration. And I think that's really cool. Thank you for sitting down with me for our first Let's Talk Books video. I look forward to meeting with you again next week. Let us know what poetry books you're into. Write some down in the comments. What other recommendations would you give to people? I hope you like this. Let us know if you have any suggestions or comments, compliments, etc. We'll see you next week, okay?